Digital brings people together to determine how technology can help solve business problems against the backdrop of an always changing environment. It can also help companies predict what they want their future business to look like and how it should behave and respond to the change in the environment and the changing demand or consumer behaviors. Now let's listen to the intro.
Welcome to the O-Tech Talks podcast, where it's all about working on technologies. You will hear the latest tech information, and your host, Kashif Manzoor, brings together product overviews, how-tos, best practices, tips and tricks, and troubleshooting techniques.
Welcome to OTechTalks.tv. This is the session number 68 with Kashif Manzoor, your host of the session. First of all, Ramadan Kareem, Ramzan Mubarak to all the Muslims around the world and to all the other fellow community members. The blessings of Ramadan are everywhere. Today, we are going to talk on our session, our favorite topic, I think, of 2020, that is on the digital transformation. And again, some of the myths which are very common across different sectors, industries, or different roles, that people consider it that there are some situation or some famous quotes or understanding that digital transformation can be achieved in certain way, or it cannot be achieved, or who has to follow it, or who has to execute it. So we're going to talk on some common myths which are available in digital transformation. If you're new to the show, new to the session, Open Tech Talks is your weekly sandbox for technology insights, experimentation, and inspiration, with the primary objective of learning and sharing. And if you are new, or maybe already a listener, wherever you are in different time zones, different parts of the world, we do understand the challenge which we as a humanity are facing on the COVID-19. And I think this is 6th or 7th week of quarantine, that staying home. Most of them, I think, across the different parts of the world, staying home, keep yourself safe and your family and your friends. And let's hope, we believe that we will be back to normal. But that normal may be a new normal, maybe something which we all need to adjust it to accommodate ourselves to the new normal which is gonna come back. My praise, my praise again to all of you, for all of us, that God help us to win this war against the COVID-19, which we don't know, what to do, or maybe a lot of organizations, a lot of governments are doing a lot of things. And I think there are some signs of hopes that number of cities or countries started reopening. An example, I'm based in Dubai, so Dubai partially started opening this week. So there are signs of hopes, and we should not, be very pessimistic or start thinking about it, that we will come back to the normal, inshallah. Now, our topic of today is on the digital transformation, which we are doing from a long time. And if you're new to the digital transformation, then my suggestion is there are a number of sessions, almost 30 sessions we have done on digital transformation, covering the very basics, starting from understanding why it is required, who has to do it, what are the benefits onto that, why should we doing it, what organizations need to do, how they need to architect, what are the things they need to do during first 100 days, and even during quarantine or during like COVID-19 or pandemic, why the digital acceleration of digital transformation is happening, and even what are the courses you can learn during this while you're at home. So all these sessions are available on otechtalks.tv under the podcast menu. And as we understand, be disrupted is the state of the business these days. This is what corona or even after this COVID-19 or corona. Now, there is no doubt that the digital business is the way forward for each and every organization. And this, there's no end. Always consumers want new things, and even the development of the emerging technologies like AI, machine learning, IoT, blockchain, all these things, data science. So what we need to do in most of the cases, we need to, as a business, you need to compete, thrive, and businesses ask tough questions about your core business functions, which have traditionally led to the success. So there are new ways to do it. So you need to be careful for that one. Now, if you want to lead your organization's business transformation, the first move is to understand the reality of digital transformation rather than, get caught in the hype or all that one. So although digital transformation is a source of disruption for business, projecting businesses forward, it can be easy to misinterpret technologies and or maybe distracted by minor changes in the trends and opinions. True disruption means radical change, but common misconceptions about digital transformation result in businesses being sidetracked and misled. And I'm working and participating in a number of digital transformation initiatives in both government and private sectors across the regions. I have witnessed that in a majority of the cases, organizations are making significant challenging road to digital transformation. As we are witnessing, the transformation need to be well planned, skillfully conducted, and actively supported by the top management. And we are, as an IT organization or the users, they are struggling to find a buy-in. But I think after the COVID-19, now everyone is started out recognizing that what we need to do it. But even from a digital transformation point of view, we don't need to keep it that, okay, if I'm giving a remote access to my workers, or maybe giving a Zoom or WebEx access, or maybe they can access the application through remotely or while they're home, that it's mean I have achieved digital transformation. No, it's not. These are a very small component of the organization, and with such a huge pandemic, which organization need to build and sustain, and they have to, business continuity plan. There are some priorities definitely for CIOs, and I think we have covered earlier in the one other session. Uh, what are the top leaders, IT leaders' priorities during the pandemic? So I think you can go ahead and listen to that one, where you will understand what are the 6-7 areas where IT is spending a lot of time nowadays. But eventually, if we go to the transformation, business transformation, what I have done is, based on my observations, learning, and experiences into what are the common myths on digital transformation. If you understand these myths, I think you will be less likely to fall in victim to the hype about digital transformation. Rather than you will be very aware that how the process is it difficult, and how you can plan it. The most important thing is how you can plan it. And then if you're new to the topic, then I would definitely suggest you to go through a number of other hour sessions. But if you're expert, you are practitioner, and we would love to hear from you. If you want to be the guest on the show, please just drop an email message on the social media, kashif at otechtalks.tv, and then we would love to have you as a guest. Share your knowledge. The ultimate objective of this community is to share and with each other and to learn from each other. There's no other agenda being done on this one, and I think I've multiple times mentioned that one, that it's enforcing me to even research a new topic and then spend some time and then share with you. Then I'm very blessed that I'm getting a lot of feedback from all of you, That's so wonderful. Thank you so much. Keep sharing with all of with your feedback. It helps to motivate, and please share your rating on the iTunes. I think it helps to the show to rank, and then definitely. So please rate, put your rating on the iTunes show when you're listening the podcast. Now let's dive into the most common misconceptions or the myths of digital transformation and technology adoption. And I'm not going to number it, so I'm just going to randomly pick up some of the myths and we're going to talk on those one, that one. So for example, you know, there are some common misconception or a myth that when the technology is applied, the transformation is complete. I mean, I just implemented some IoT or blockchain, and then my business transformation is over, which is not the case. Our transformation means maybe simply updating the website or just a mobile application or implementing an IoT. Or maybe it's, digital transformation is technical challenge. It's nothing to do with business. Or I'm going to do a digital transformation on, top of some broken business model, or that's it. So I fix this business model and then I'm done with that one. Whereas this is not the situation. It's not going to happen. A business can transform without changing how it operates. So when we talk about even on digital transformation, all of these are some of the points that it's a technology. And then you have implemented the technology and then transformation is over. It's not the case. For example, adding a new digital customer or employee experience, definitely it will help the business improvement. But it's not only that, okay, you need to just have a business capabilities to help the business deliver customer outcomes in a new ways. It has to be linked to your business process, business model, and then how you're going to achieve that one. You need to shift the entire thinking within an organization. So adding all those capabilities as an organization, that requires a different mindset, which you need to think about it as an organization, as a person. Now there's another one that, okay, which is most common, because I'm in IT or part of the our whole career as an IT guy. So what I see as a solution architect or enterprise architect role and into different management positions from my career, IT managers or head CIOs can't drive transformation. Digital transformation requires a chief digital officer, which was, I think, from last 2 years. This was very common, and every organization started hiring these CDOs, CPOs, and all that. Or CIOs can't drive transformation. The CIO's role is safe because digital transformation relies on technology. So all these are the common myths or misconceptions that, okay, CIO cannot drive it. And many people believe that digital transformation is not an IT thing. It may be, true in old days, but not now. The CIOs are very intelligent, very business acumen position. They're coming with a solid backgrounds and they are very in-depth knowledge on the business. So it's mean they require the guy who has new technology capabilities, and then he will work with the rest of the management team in the business to chalk out or draw a strategy where even you don't need a separate or a dedicated CTO. Your CIOs can be the integral part of your management, where who is driving the digital transformation in your organization. And he's the guy who's going to help you to identify the right technology or right solution where the business need to transform. So that you don't get into just in the hype cycle that, okay, there's a blockchain technology and you need to just implement it. It's not the case. So CIO is driving such transformation from all the areas of technology and helping the business. Definitely, I'm not against the chief digital officer roles or superheroes which organizations were trying to build it. I'm just trying to say that CIOs are the IT heads have their stake into your organization, and they can be your catalyst to drive the strategy, which you just need to take as a management or as an organization, and then put a plan on that one. And then I think we have covered a number of sessions that why you need to do it and what are the roles, how you will be executing it, what are the benefits on that one, how you will be doing the maturity assessment on your business processes. The another one myth is on digital transformation is only for tech companies, or maybe digital transformation only matters for IT companies. That's also wrong. There's a very common misconception. That company or organization upgrade the technology, they will have successfully completed their digital transformation. However, with the new technology is vital to any successful transformation. But it's not that only. You have to closely look into your overall processes and corporate policies in place, and then willingness to buy in of an organization. So digital transformation is new digital business capabilities to help the business deliver customer outcomes in entirely new ways. So it's not about only IT tech companies. This is each and every small or a large or medium organization. And with the COVID-19, now you can imagine what happened with suddenly. So this is the right time. And if you haven't done it, you need to do it. If you have old legacy ERP or business applications which you need to move into the cloud applications, you have to do it now. And while the business start reopening, I think your first priority should be to how to put an agenda on the digital business. Then another approach or a common misconception is every organization should digital transform. And then I think every company should undergo digital transformation. It's not mandatory to every organization or whole organization. It could be a process or a business model or a one division or a whole organization. So that way you need to hold on your energy and revenue and market share and profit, from where it's coming, how the impact of transformation initiatives, what are your competition is doing it, who how the market is behaving, what are the consumers or your customers looking from you, starting from supply chain management point of view or customer experience point of view or a business processes point of view, or even from a employee experience point of view. So all these are the things which you need to look into to consideration when you are planning it. Another one, I think we already spoke on the digital transformation is all down to IT. Nobody else needs to worry about it. That's again wrong. Digital transformation means better technology. No, digital transformation only matters to tech and software companies. Digital transformation is a technology challenge. You read all these statements, which are common heading here and there in the minds of different stakeholders, different management. This is not correct. Digital transformation is not that, okay, you got some better technology or maybe it need to be worried. So you need to extremely very conscious about that, okay, how you're going to run in your as a whole business process. Many transformational, technologies come with gives you the benefits, but you need to be careful that, okay, how those things are going to apply in your business, how they're gonna help you. You don't take the words of the famous examples of Uber, Airbnb, and all those things, which are common across the board. And then even if consultants like me are coming to your organization, and then they start questioning and giving you the models, I think you're the right guy who need to go back and sit with your business, with the user, and assess a digital maturity assessment, where you stand and what you need as an organization. Then there are another myths or misconceptions about only big tech companies or rich companies can digital transform. That's again, no. It's again small, medium, everyone is impacted to that one. So we understand that for small companies, it's very extensive, primarily from a change management point of view. It's time consuming, it's painful, and then they cannot do it very quickly. They can do it very quickly, but for them, from a business model point of view, it will be challenging. Which market they need to look into it? Maybe they need to change the entire business model. So we the least resistance in the digital transformation efforts, maybe organizations, customers, or cash, or startups mindset, they need to put it in place. Digital transformation only impacts certain markets. Digital isn't relevant in my industry. Digital transformation isn't for small companies. Yeah, it is well established that some industries are more, candidate to the impacts of digital transformation. You should argue that the retail field will be impacted more by, these cryptocurrencies or chatbots for the digital assistants for the consumers. But it's also true that you need to identify what level and how it's going to impact on your organization. For example, these digital assistants or chatbots, it's going to help improve your communication or the availability to consumers. They don't need to rely on your users. You need to give them all the answers what they needed. And then the digital transformation is risky and expensive. Let's wait and see approach. Let's market, do the innovators, the disruptors, let them change it. And then what I will do it, I will wait and see. But I think this is not the right approach as of now. But okay, let me wait and see. You need to take control of your business, and then you need to start executing and planning on your business model rather than waiting for someone else to do it. To succeed, you need to do everything at once. Transformation means completely recasting the business, or digital transformation is mean to disrupt your entire business. We understand in reality, doing everything at once increases the risk of failure. And winners prioritize initiatives and carefully design transformation plans that produce a cadence of improvement. They don't try to become best in class everywhere. Only where it matters most to their business, this is important. So you need to find out which business model or process is important as of now, so that you can define your priority on that one. And then another one, digital is a separate thing that is needed into your existing business model, or maybe digital transformation is about radical business model innovation. I think even from a business model point of view, it's not that, okay, business transformation mean that you need to find entire different business model. If you're selling a physical products, then you need to transform from a business point of view, that how your customers are, the each and every touch point, how you produce the product, how your supply chain is working, how your employees are working on that one. So those are the areas where you need to work on it, rather than thinking, oh, okay, I need to now bring some digital product, whereas your business model is a physical product. And then another is I think this is very common, and I heard it personally in some number of places, that digital transformation and digitization are the same thing. I think this is probably the most hyped or most common. And both digitization and digital transformation are important, but they are different things. Digitization is about taking, or say, process and making it better, faster, cheaper using digital tools and technologies. So digitalization is improving the efficiency, saving costs. It's inside out. It's accessible, reliable. It's the key, for your scale or efficiency. But it will not, make a business a digital one, or it will not give you a transformation in a business. I mean, it's not yet that, okay, when you do a digitization, you are meeting the consumers or business, or your what we call as your end user's requirement. Maybe when we say a customer centric value proposition, or how your your touch points or your websites or your mobile apps are available for the consumers to attract to interact with you. So all this you need to think that from a digitization point of view and the digital business transformation point of view. Digital transformation can wait. Digital transformation is optional. Another some of the common, whereas this is not correct that okay you can put it off or you can wait. You need to respond to the new market demand. That's what is required. Loyal customers are intangible assets, and adding great value to the business and their needs should be constantly your number one priority. And even some of the surveys are done on this area that okay, 70% or more are the consumers which they require that their favorite company and organization or their brand should meet their future requirement rather than they come back and tell it. And then another digital transformation has to be expensive. When we say expensive, I mean a cost, big time cost, thousands of processes, or maybe you need a developers, and then you need a whole some third party vendors or consultant who are going to come and implement it, which is not the case. It can start from a very small division and then it can continue. So there's no end to digital transformation, and I will refer to the Gartner's view on the continuous next. And I think we have already covered in another podcast, which is okay, after doing the digital transformation, what is next? So it's not that okay you do one project. It's not a project, and I think there's another one topic on that one that. It's not a project. One project I have done it and then I'm over with the digital transformation. And then another component is okay, everybody's doing it, let me do it. Or maybe digital transformation is only about customer experience, so let me, find a new website or a mobile app and then I'm over with the digital transformation. It's not like that. It's a whole business model, your operations, your business processes, your each and every area of an organization. But definitely you'll be starting very, based on maturity model, will be slow or from one model, one business or units or divisions to the another one. And then another one is that every organizational culture is ready for digital transformation. This is, I think, this is one of the all-time high or greatest challenge for business transformation. And we have covered in our podcast, which we called about, digital transformation. It's all about culture. 46, where we talk about how to overcome digital transformation challenges. And it appeared that the cultural challenges are the number one challenge in the business transformation. So you and your executive need to be very, very, selective on this one. They need to work on it, how to change the culture of an organization which suits to the digital or business transformation. Then I was talking on another digital business or digital transformation is a project. Too many organizations approach transformation as a project. It's not like that. Digital transformation, it's all about each and in a small process, small projects. And then it eventually will become these small projects to in a wider spectrum of. But these small projects need to be executed after your digital roadmap, after your business transformation priorities, after doing the assessment, then okay, where you're heading, and then you start as a project. And then you can make it that, okay, it's a specific project or a single initiative. And then you can keep adding once it's achieved. And you can put the phases or what I call as phases, I think, or the pilots. And then you do it on the second or the third one. The key point is, if you just, go through all these highlights of these common understanding or the myths. The key point which I want to share with you that okay, whatever these points which you spoke on that one that okay, every company should transform or is happen fast or it's about technology or it's a project or maybe it's just CIUs cannot drive it. So all these are the misconceptions which are available around the corner and different stakeholders, which you need to kill it at the start of the project, understanding. And this should be in number one priority in your communication plan. And even when you're building a business case for business transformation, and we have done it, okay, how you will put forward or plan a business case for digital transformation, how to make a business case of digital transformation, section 54. So I think this was in continuation of a number of other sessions. So I hope that some of the key elements or the areas you have got out of this, our common gray areas for business transformation, which need to be looked and which need to be addressed before starting any plan or digital transformation project. With this, I'm done with the session, and thank you so much for listening. And once again, I will suggest you that if nowadays as we are staying home, so there are 7 free what we call as courses available on the digital transformation, business transformation learning. 7 courses on digital transformation, that helps you to pass the time while you are in quarantine or you're in home. So I would suggest you that this is a blog post is available on otechtalks.tv. That okay, with the title 7 courses on digital transformation to help you pass the time while you're in quarantine. And professional certificates which is on from a digital transformation strategy, market, industry analysis, leadership, business development, marketing, from a digital age or platform strategy, digital transformation strategy. There are a number of these very good and excellent courses, I think, and I have completed most of them. So my suggestion is to you that okay, spend some time on these courses. They will help to strengthen your knowledge and understanding. And once again, thank you so much. Let's all pray that we will get over with this coronavirus and we will be back to normal. I hope everything is all right on your end. My prayers for you, and let's keep learning and sharing with each other. Please help share your and the rating, improve the rating of the podcast session on the iTunes or wherever you're listening. Share your feedback on the email or on the social channels. Thank you so much. Have a lovely and blessed life ahead.
Thanks for listening to the OTech Talks podcast and be part of Tech Talks at otechtalks.tv. It's a turf to share ideas, insights, and innovations.